Hey pals, John here with the Lens Pal, and today we're going to talk about the Hollyland Mars 400S wireless transmission system. So, wireless transmission system. It's basically magic, is what it is. It allows you to take a signal. Right now, we're using an HDMI signal out of this A7S III. We're taking it through the HDMI cord into this device, and then we are sending it wirelessly to its paired, I got the cables caught, to this paired receiver over here, which then allows us to actually get the footage out onto this monitor, which is struggling a little bit with the SDI connection. But there you go. It's so as I move this camera around, we can see that and again, apologies for the SDI, but we can see that the signal is coming through the airwaves to this monitor. Now, it's a pretty clever piece of kit. It's called the 400S because it has, so they say, 400-foot line of sight effectiveness. I don't know anybody that's shooting on a set that big that needs 400-foot line of sight, but you know, that's what the 400 means. Whenever you're looking at any of these systems, they usually have a 300, 400, 500, 1000. That's typically the number of feet that if you have a clear line of sight, that they will work in under, you know, best possible conditions. So no atmospheric interference, no electromagnetical interference, none of that stuff. And yeah, that's typically what those big numbers mean. With this one, like I say, it'll work up to 400 feet or so. The other great thing about this system isn't just the fact that it'll broadcast 400 feet, but you actually are able to connect up to 4 mobile devices, whether it's Android or iOS, and get that same live feed action going on. So between this and, there's a nice little bit of recursion going on there, between this and the receiver itself, you could actually have up to 5 separate monitors, I guess. It's probably not quite the right word, but 5 separate screens displaying the feed coming out of the camera, 6 if you include the one on the back of the camera, which makes this a nifty little device if you have clients who are going to be on set and they want to be able to monitor what's going on and look and be oohed and ahed by, you know, your creative genius. Then this is actually a really good system for that. Even if you don't need to, you know, set up another monitor off screen, you could just pop the transmitter on top of your camera and they can connect their iPads, their Pixels, their Samsungs, their iPhones, whatever it is they might have. You can get up to 4 of them connected to the Wi-Fi network that this will create. And it's a super fast Wi-Fi network. It's a 5 gigahertz network, so it's, you know, there's like less than 1/10 of or 1/100th of a second delay between the signal. So it's actually really good. And if you're paying close attention, you may have noticed that I said this one's HDMI and this receiver is using SDI. Well, both transmitter and receiver have HDMI and SDI ports, and the system doesn't actually care which one is plugged in on which end. So right now we are broadcasting we're accepting an HDI signal and turning it into an SDI signal, but we can do it the other way around as well. Or you can do HDMI on both ends, SDI on both ends. It just depends on the equipment that you have. And it just so happened that I had an HDMI on the camera and I had an SDI cable in the case. So I was like, okay, well, let's grab that and do that. So there you go. That is the Hollyland Mars 400S wireless transmission system, with notable mentions of the Sony A7S III with a Zeiss 25mm lens on it, as well as this little guy, which is the Portkeys monitor that we have, does SDI, HDMI, actually has camera control built into it. So if you have the USB or even the Bluetooth for Blackmagic cameras, you can actually control the camera through this monitor as well, which it makes it a nifty piece of kit by itself. Although, make sure you got a good connection if you're using SDI, as always, obviously. If you have enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful or informative, please consider giving us a like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, tell a friend, smash a bell, and until next time, I'll see you soon.